actually appeared on the doorstep of the top right player though, so managing to beat it back though, pretty soundly. Huh. And looks like the older players cloaked their base as well. So little upgrades. Okay, so seeing a bit more of a determined defense by the Elder on behalf of the bottom right Space Marines base. What going on indeed. It looks like yeah, Warp Spider's certainly teleporting about as much as possible. Not too shabby, is it? For a defensive. And yeah, it looks like their Space Marine player, yeah, the bottom Space Marine player setting their forces in to defend as well. So these guys are most likely toast by the looks of it. Getting pursued there. There's nowhere left for them to run. And the only places they can escape to is if their assault terminators or terminators have the teleportation ability. They can actually teleport to the corner here, where interestingly they have a tank waiting as well. So will they do that, or will they just be stuck in the base? We'll have to wait and see. But it's a pretty significant loss actually. They're just getting taken down rather badly. We're seeing the demise of their force. They're very elite, but very elite force, but yeah, still goes down like any other. And yeah, will they see this? No, they don't. Wow, it's amazing how many blind spots there are in these bases. So yeah, it looks like they're just about done really. They're might have been able to mount an escape maybe with the support of other players, but now by the looks of it, the top left player has held all their stuff in reserve for whatever reason, from what I can see. And the top Space Marine player is nowhere to be seen. I think he might have attacked somewhere else while we were watching this battle. So yeah, they have fallen, but yeah, they did quite a bit of damage to their base. And yeah, that concentrated defense has actually left the rest of their buildings pretty much undefended, really. And I'm not entirely sure why they're going into Space Marines. Why these Space Marines are going into melee combat with the missile post. They have a missile launcher that's only used at range. Oh, okay, they're getting into melee with the Grey Knights. That's why. But it looks like we're getting a bit of a counter attack from both sides. Actually, they're really surrounded. And they got a Dreadnought in their midst. It looks like we might be seeing another army rout actually. And here comes another Avatar of Cain. Just finish them off. And yeah, at the same time it looks like we've oh, interesting, they're teleport. So yeah, it looks like we've got an Elder sneak attack on the top right Space Marine player's base. That seems pretty hard to beat back actually, although they have rebuild some of their elite forces along with the librarian though, and a couple of other support vehicles to help them out. So with a bit of luck, they should be able to push them back. And with their librarian, they can detect the yeah, there you go. They can detect the webway getting destroyed. So don't think yeah, the Elder managed to destroy a listing post, which the Space Marines are only just rebuilding, but they haven't seemed to have done much more damage. To push back their attack there. Yeah, it looks like the top left player is finally being attacked. Their rocket launcher is being put to use at last, but not really in the best way possible. Really, they're not too good against demons, but the hell, I suppose it still does damage, no matter how little. And yeah, we got a bit of a wow, we've got a vehicle assault, bringing up a Land Raider as well through the middle. So things are looking pretty desperate for the top team there. So top Space Marine team. Yeah, they're wiping up a bit there, but yeah, they've got a pretty significant force to contend with. Armed to the teeth with las cannons and. yeah, bolters, heavy bolters, that sort of stuff. It'll be pretty hard to stop, even with their rocket launchers. And yeah, so got the bottom player leaving their force in reserve now for whatever reason. And yeah, they're just marching straight on into their base. Really, they're just almost ignoring. Yeah, they're ignoring the listening post at the front, going for the juicy innards of the base, basically. And yeah, they're using top left players using land speeders to slow them down a bit. It's not really working. They're not upgraded with any missiles or anything to use against the vehicles, so they're not going to be too effective, really. So we've got some reinforcements. Finally, got some reinforcements arriving. They're interestingly they're armed with autocannons. I think they're autocannons, or some sort of Gatling gun on them, as you can see. There's the Hellfire Dreadnoughts. We do too much damage, even with their missiles against vehicles, but yeah, they'll certainly be able to help. And yeah, here we're seeing a rather interesting ability. The Assault Terminator is actually stunning this Dreadnought into not attacking, so that's why it's just standing still there. So it's a special ability that Assault Terminators and I think most of this, yeah, just about all the Space Marine commanders get as a yeah, just as a passive ability. So every hit they have on the enemy has a certain chance of either immobilizing it or stopping it from attacking or something like that. So when they attack a single target, they can actually have a pretty good chance of stopping it dead in its tracks. So it makes it pretty good against super units. Though it's not turning the tide as much though. Part of the base has been destroyed. Sort of dire situation indeed. It looks like the top right Marine player is counter-attacking, and yeah, it looks like even one of the other top Space Marine players is counter-attacking on the lower base. But looks like one of them has been intercepted in the middle, and the other one is caught in yet another pincer movement. Very nice though. They've temporarily beating these guys back with orbital bombardment, so pretty good use of that, giving them a bit of breathing room. Yeah, just lets them do as much damage as possible. Let's have a look what's happened here. So, interestingly, yeah, they have to build another stronghold because their existing one was destroyed, and well, just about everything in their base was destroyed really. The only thing remaining was the armory and a couple of other smaller things like power plants and all that, and their orbital relay, thankfully. But wow, they managed to take, the bottom players managed to take a pretty big chunk out of their base. Here we go, we have a escalation in the middle. We've got hopefully, looks like they're holding them in reserve. No, looks like the top left Space Marine player might be sending their units towards the middle to help as well, and hopefully to eventually make their way to the bottom of the map where the some other, I don't know which particular player, but yeah, some other of the top Marines players units are besieged there really. It's amazing they managed to last that long actually. It's been reinforcing them like mad. But yeah, as you can see, they're wiping through, basically wiping out their base really. And yeah, it's amazing, they're just, wow, there goes their base. That's interesting. I thought they would last a bit longer than that. But there you go, so that could just be the decider of this game. It has looked pretty close with attacks and counterattacks up until now, but it looks like the top Space Marine players might have this one in the bag. Just have to make sure that they can counter this attack on the top right, which they seem to be doing with relative ease. And yeah, probably wouldn't be such a bad idea to destroy the Eldar in the middle as well, to stop them from counter-attacking an undefended base as well. So. There we go, just seeing the defense wiping out these guys in general. Yeah, look at that. It doesn't just no, he disappeared into the terrain even. Not bad. So yeah, it looks like they're pretty much wiped out, really. The attacking Space Marine players in the top right. Oh, that's interesting. The Elder, for whatever reason, have held their super units in reserve. Not entirely sure what they were thinking with doing that, but oh, here we go. They're sending them out to attack now, along with dreadnoughts. So we've got dreadnought with no weapons equipped, so it's just got its arms to smash down buildings, and yeah, a couple of Wraith Lords armed with bright lances as well for taking down vehicles and buildings, presumably. Still, that doesn't look like it'll save them though. We've still got a significant Space Marine force in the top right now, proceeding to the top left to wipe them out, and yeah, it'll only just be a matter of time before they start heading to the bottom left to wipe out the Elder player's base, and the bottom right to wipe out the other Space Marine's base as well. So, and of course the bottom players can pull something out, but so far the most successful attack we've seen from them was yeah, destroying this base. First, well, the first time several minutes ago, and yeah, now several minutes later, yeah. So they are tearing apart the base pretty well though. Their super units not really suffering much of a scratch, or rather their super unit or uber unit, Avatar of Cain, not suffering much of a scratch. Bright Lance is still doing pretty well. This one's about to get destroyed by the Dreadnought though. There you go, got tripped up by the looks of it. And yeah, got destroyed. So Space Marine players... Didn't look like as if they were attacking before, but yeah, in either case they're attacking now. Using missile launchers to, or orbital launchers or whatever to snipe them from afar. And there goes another player actually, there goes the Elder player. So, all we have left is the bottom right Space Marine player, and they don't have too much of an army to speak of. They'll most likely get steamrolled. Still, I'm surprised that these players at the bottom, that they quit so quickly. They surely... Interesting. Oh, okay, yeah. So one have just been kicked out. Yeah, they surely could have tried to do some sort of counter-attack, or perhaps mounted an effective defense, because well, their actions in the top left players base certainly showed that they were capable of reaching out and destroying their bases. So.